Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. This is Untitled coming to you today with another video, girl. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how I did this half up, half down style with no leave out at all, guys. No leave out. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I do the style, then go ahead and continue watching. I already showed you guys the products that I'm using. If you guys need a to see it again, then you can just kind of rewind it back. And if you want to order it, you can go ahead and just click in the description box below for the hair tools and the hair products that I'm using. So I am using the Bio Silk, the Chi, Heat Protectant, the Shine Jam Oil Sheen, the Got To Be Glue Spray, and the Edge Booster for the edges and for her hair. And for the tools, I am using the Conair Blow Dryer with a comb attachment. I'm going to use that Baby Bliss Nano Pro Flat Iron, the Rat Tail Comb, the Edge Control Brush, the needle and thread, and the hairnet, okay? So I'm just going to explain what I'm doing, guys. I'm going to part her hair from ear to ear. I always part like right behind the ear where the ear kind of stops at the back. So I'm going to part that off and then part that off. And then what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to braid the foundation braid. So the foundation braid, that is the braid that's coming from the crown of the head at the top center point, and it's going to go all the way down on both sides behind the part that is parted from ear to ear, okay? So it's going to go from the crown point all the way down towards the ears, all the way down towards the back, okay? That is the foundation braid. That is where all your braids are going to end, all your sewing tracks are going to end, and that is the braid that you're going to follow in order to conceal any tracks that may show when it comes to this half up, half down, especially since you're not having any leave out, okay? So what I like to do is, guys, I like to just add a little bit of braiding here in this part just to add some stability and some security. And as you guys can see, I am braiding from the crown of the head all the way down to the ear. I'm going to braid all the way down to the sides of the neck and all the way across the back, okay? I love a cross braid, like a straight braid in the back, because it just helps everything kind of lie flat and gets all of the tension off of the back of the neck, okay? So I'm going to do the other side the same way. This is the left side. I'm going to turn around and start from the crown of the head on the right side and just meet that braid in the back.
Supposed to be, and that's right here with you. Oh, I feel like the smell of flowers. I feel like the world is ours as long as we are together.
Okay, y'all, so once I did that, I am now going to just do about 6 cornrows going straight down from that beginning of that braid that I did, that foundation braid, and I'm just going to have it braided all the way down, and I'm just going to connect both braids. Nothing crazy. I'm going to have a hairnet, so you're not going to have to worry about having too many braids in between. Just make sure that the braids are flat. Alright, y'all, so right here, guys, I'm just going to use the hairnet. This hairnet provides security. It provides more space to sew. It provides stability. It helps the sewing last way longer. I love a good net when I'm doing the sewing style, okay? I like a net when I am doing any type of sewing style. It's just, like I said, it just provides more sewing room, more security, protection from the hair. Unless you sew this net too tight, it's pretty good. Now, a lot of people do complain about the itching underneath, so I do recommend like one of those skinny little tube oil dispenser things that you can buy from Amazon. I'll link that down below as well so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And it's just like a kind of like a needle, little flat, skinny, really hole, and the oil can go through, and you can just kind of oil your scalp through the net that way. Okay, so all I'm doing, guys, is just got a sheet, and I'm just going to hold the sheet with the other hand, and then I'm just going to sew that sheet down on the foundation braid only, guys, on the foundation braid only. And then you're going to cut off any excess that you are not going to use.
Worth it. It'll be worth it. Yeah, it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. Yeah, it'll be worth it. Yes, it'll be worth it. Oh, it'll be.
Okay, so I'm going to just double the tracks. Okay, so I'm just going to make, so this part where you're going to have the needle and thread the needle, guys. I didn't do a video showing you guys how I thread the needle. It's so easy, so simple. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to explain the process. So I did put the needle and thread through the wefts. Always put through the wefts when you are beginning and ending a track. Okay, so I did sew it through the wefts, and now I'm going to start to sew on a curve, guys. Do not sew from left to right. Sew from left to right, but with a curve. As you guys can see, I am starting off with a curve. Like, you want to sew in a U-shaped pattern, guys. That is very important to hide the tracks, to make sure that everything is covered up so you don't have to have any leave out, etc., etc. The only time I'm going to do a horizontal, straight horizontal track is at the very, very, very top. And it's only going to be about 1.5 inches of it at the top. Okay, and it's going to be covered by the ponytail, so who really cares? Okay, so yeah, guys, make sure you are sewing at a U. This is very important. Now, when it comes to folding the tracks, it can be a little bit difficult, but let me tell you what I do, guys. What I do is, when it comes to sewing the tracks, when the tracks are doubled, I literally just split the tracks when I'm ready to fold, and just fold one track at a time. Fold one track at a time, guys. And there you have it. It's very, very simple, very easy to do. Just split the tracks whenever I'm about to fold, and just fold the one at the bottom first, and then fold the one at the top, and then combine them back together when you are ready to go to the other side. Now, as you guys can see, I'm really going really high up when it comes to that, because, guys, you want to go high up with that U. You want to really just make sure that all of that stuff is covered, and that it doesn't have any gaps at that foundation braid. Okay, you want to make sure everything is snug and tight together, and that way it doesn't have any gaps. Okay,
Yes, it'll be worth it. Oh, it'll be worth it. Oh, it'll be worth it.
all right, y'all, so now that I did that, now here is a key, guys. If your track is sticking up, the part where you folded it, the part on the foundation braid, spray that spot with some spritz or some got to be glue spray, and clip it down in place. Do not take away those clips until it is completely dry, guys. Trust me, it works. Okay, it works. It helps everything lay down flat. In case anything is sticking up, it's great. So I'm going to do that the whole time, and I'll be back when I get towards the top.
Testing. I can't hear myself. I'm recording. Hey, am I doing the higher version or lower? And I'm laughing at the same time. This can't be real. What's the deal? All these feels still I can't feel anything. This can't be real. What's the deal? All these feels still I can't feel anything. 'Cause I'm numb. I know it may sound dumb. 'Cause I'm numb. I can't be the only one. Testing, I can't hear myself.
Out there? I'm recording.
What? Hey, yes.
Am I doing the higher version or lower?
And I'm laughing at the same time.
Alright, so before I completely close in that top, guys, we're kind of in a rush. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and press her out at the front. And I'm just going to use that Chi heat protectant as well as the Bio Silk to silk it out. And I'm just going to go over it with my Baby Bliss Nano Pro flat iron. I'm just going to go ahead and just flat iron the front completely. I'm going to show you guys how to do a couple passes and then we're going to move on.
Watch me through the square. I don't even see you out there. Trying to pick a side, try to split up all the fanfare. I'm not all of this, but you're giving me a hard time. Take you out the stress, run away from all the bad vibes.
Alright, so I basically went ahead and did that and just put it in the bun. And I'm just going to close up that U, guys. I'm still going to do the U's. I'm just going to get to a point where I have only a tiny amount of space at the top. And then I'm going to stop doing the U. And I'm going to just kind of sew that last track horizontal. But you guys are going to see. Now, it's going to get to a point where you're going to only have to do single wefts and not double wefts. Only because you want everything to lie flat and still streamlined. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, I'm still doubling it right here. But at the point when it starts getting to a smaller space, you're going to want to just kind of separate the tracks and end the tracks and just start sewing back single. But you guys can see I kind of split the tracks a little bit whenever I am folding. And then I'm going to combine them back together. And then I'm going to split the tracks when I'm about to fold. Just do one at a time. Right here, I'm just doing one at a time. And then I'm just going to kind of, combine them back when I'm ready. So, right here, guys, I think I'm still doubling it. But I'm like, I think I'm going to give it a little bit more space, and then I'm going to single it out.
You make it hard to share. Tell me you're real out there. So used to all the fun. And then you're gone. You don't know to care. You forget I'm there.
So if you guys are following, you guys can see that this is my last track. So that's a little bit of part that I'm going to leave out. That's a horizontal. Everything else is kind of going forward. Now, I will go back, as you guys can see. I'm just adding more tracks to the blank spaces that are in between the tracks, just to make sure everything is a little bit fuller. I'm going to double knot them, double weft those, so that way, I get enough room to kind of cover the spaces. So that's all I'm doing, guys. Just adding extra here in the back. And basically, when I am done, guys, you guys will see the top is not flat, so I'm just going to use that Got To Be glue spray and then kind of hold it down a little bit and then just kind of use a clip. Now, she had to do something, guys, so we basically continued everything the next day, all right? So that is basically what we are doing. But like I said, I did spray that Got To Be glue spray on any side that I feel like wasn't laying right, and I just kind of had some duck clips and let it dry, and then I was basically ready to return. Now, right here, guys, she is back the next day, and I am going to just go ahead and do the top of her hair. So I'm just going to kind of comb out a little bit where I'm going to have her baby hairs, and I'm going to just put it in a ponytail for right now. This is not the official ponytail, but I'm just going to have everything in order in the space where I want it to be. And then I'm going to use a Style Factor, guys, and I'm going to use a edge control brush, and I'm literally just going to get the Style Factor and go over the edge control. Go over the hair. So I'm molding with the edge control, guys. I actually kind of like this method better. Only thing I can say is when it's like waving a little bit, I need to find out how to get rid of the waviness. But for the most part, that edge booster worked pretty well when it came to like molding everything down. Yeah, so that's basically what I'm doing, and I'm going to go ahead and put it into a ponytail. This is the official ponytail, guys. I put it into a ponytail with the hair tie, and then I'm going to go back in with a couple of rubber bands just to kind of tighten it up and get it more secure. Now it's time for the ponytail part. I'm going to use a wrap strip, and as you guys can see, I'm just wrapping towards the base, and then I'm going to have some glue, the hair glue, and then I'm going to kind of use that hair glue just to make sure it's kind of sealing the wrap strip, so the wrap strip is not kind of coming out, if that makes sense. Make sure you do this part pretty tight so that way the wrap strip does not come apart. Just add a dot here and there when it comes to the hair glue. Do not do too much because her hair is underneath. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that till I get to that rubber band. Now, one thing I did do, guys, after I did the ponytail, I did braid her hair, plaited her hair, and then just tied it off with a rubber band. So when it comes to this wrap strip, I'm just going to kind of end it with the rubber band in the same spot where I ended the ponytail. So right here, guys, all I'm going to do is just get that hair glue, and I'm going to just put that hair glue on the paper, the part that I'm about to wrap, and then literally, guys, just start wrapping them tracks from the ends all the way up. Wrap it tightly together. Do not wrap it loose. Wrap it tight and wrap it close, okay? You don't want to have so many gaps in between now. You know what I'm saying? So that is what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to wrap until I get all the way done. So this is like a half a bundle, guys, but I'm going to go back in at another half a bundle when it came time to, like, you know, that part. So right here, guys, make sure you just kind of get a clip or a rubber band just to kind of hold the hair out the way so you can get a good enough wrapping space. After you are done with the wrapping space, guys, I'm going to do her edges with that same style factor, and I'm going to pull out a piece of hair when it came time to wrap in the base. So right here, guys, I'm just using some Got To Be glue spray, and I'm just going to wrap, and, you know, just spray enough where I know it's not going to unravel. And then I'm going to use that Conair blow dryer just to kind of seal everything in, and just keep on adding and smoothing, guys. Adding some Got To Be glue spray and just smoothing with your fingers and make sure that it's all in the right order. So yeah, so I'm basically done, guys. I'm going to use the oil sheen just in case anything gets white, because sometimes in Style Factor, those edge controls do get white. They have a great hold, but they do get white. And I'm just showing you guys how I take photos. I have the ring light behind me, and I'm just using the natural wave pattern of those bundles. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Hope it was pretty informative. Hope it didn't last too long for you guys and you didn't click off this video. But thank you guys so much. I think it turned out really bomb. It's so pretty on her. I did not tie anything down, guys. So yeah, love y'all so much, and I'll talk to y'all in my next video.